Hey guys, I'm here to give you a message through the tarot today. Like always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't resonate for you. This is obviously for the collective, and I believe that this is for you. If you're here right now, there is a message in here that you are meant to hear. As I'm shuffling the cards now, I'm getting from spirit messages. They're just showing me blue light, blue light, blue light. But it's not blue light in a kind of antagonizing, kind of stressful blue light. It's definitely blue light as in technology, not like flashing blue lights like emergency or anything like that. So it's nothing to be alarmed about. There's no like stressful like messages with that. But what I'm getting is a lot of you are maybe working on computers, you're working a lot on technology, you're on your phone a lot. So it's kind of like, how can we utilize that time that we're using, kind of our screen time basically, and maybe assessing if we can cut that down a little bit, how we can adapt that, and also if we can't adapt that, if it is a work situation, maybe getting these glasses, if we can, where they filter out the blue light and actually protect you from that. Because what I'm hearing is that this blue light and the overuse of the blue light is actually affecting the frequency of your higher entity, of your higher self, and it's affecting the downloads that you are then receiving or not receiving. And what I'm hearing is it's creating this impatience because you're not getting to the timeline, so you're feeling a lot of frustration right now. You're not accessing that future self where you're in the perfect timeline, where you're feeling happy, and it's because of this interference of the frequency that you're at. I'm not going to say it's all because of that, but this is a big thing, and this message is coming through for you at this time for a reason as well. So just really assess that, and see where you're at with that, and just start to notice how you can cut that down. And again, going back to this whole timeline shift, they want me to talk more about this. They've just brought me back to it. You are exactly where you're meant to be right now, okay? You desire in your body, in your heart, in your mind, anyway, you have desires, you have hopes, you have dreams, and you have aspirations. They have not been put there by mistake. There's no way that these dreams are within you to dissipate and not be reached. So it's having faith that this version of you, the you that you want to step into, especially now, it's like I feel there's so much frustration. It's like you can almost grapple that future self, but you're not quite there. But what they want you to know is that the more you try and push this, the more you try and attract this future self, the more you're actually going to become more distant from it, and potentially end up on a completely different timeline and not at that future self that you want to be at anytime quick. So it's just trusting and doing things in life that make you happy, because it's not all about ambition. What have I got to do? What have I got to do? I'm getting a lot of a masculine energy coming through. Doesn't mean manly, it means the masculine energy of kind of like dominance, planning, being quite almost just like structured with everything, whereas actually we just need to lean into that whimsical, almost like Piscean energy of like dreaming and remembering that our dreams are dreams, and how does that make us feel when we think of that dream self, and then connect with that feeling of pure joy and gratitude, and also trying to get our heart to feel peace rather than worry and fear, because that again is rejecting us from that future timeline. And I really want you to think about, what is it that makes me happy, and what are the little things in life. It doesn't have to be these grandiose things like, oh, getting a new car makes me happy, physical material things. It can be material, but it doesn't have to be. It can be whatever talks to your soul. And I think for some of you, you're trying to work out, what is my soul purpose right now, and actually you're too worried about it. You're never going to miss your soul purpose, because we are soul beings, we are celestial beings of light that come into this human experience. And before we come here, we create a soul contract. And what we do in that soul contract is we plan our whole life. And it might be hard as a human in a human body to understand that. But what it means is we're never going to miss the soul purpose, because we planned our soul purpose. So it's all unfolding the way that it's meant to be unfolding. And sometimes that's really cruel and really unfair, the way that we learn lessons in this lifetime, but just have that trust that this is where you're meant to be. Okay, we're going to have a look at the tarot because we're 5 minutes in and we're not even in the tarot yet. But this is just what I've channeled for you today. And I hope those messages land you well. Please stay for the tarot because it will probably connect as well. So we're getting this 7 of Pentacles energy coming up with the tarot. So it is just confirming that you are feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit impatient with not being exactly where you want to get. But actually, when you're looking at it, are you safe? Are you okay? Hopefully you are those things. And it's like taking into account the things that you've built up to now. It's like the 7 of Pentacles, we've got all this here. And although you're kind of looking at it, you're overlooking it and you're trying to look forward at what's to come and feeling a little bit neglected and a little bit rubbish because you're not quite getting it. But you're not taking into account all of this abundance that you've been building over the time. It's like that basic exercise of looking where you came from maybe 5 years ago and what did that mindset then, or what did your mindset then think of where would you want to be? And if it's completely different, that's okay, but try and understand what are the things that you would admire 5 years ago in yourself now, okay? Again, we're getting the 5 of Cups, so it's like you're kind of like crying over the spilt milk is what I'm getting a message for you. And it's like you don't know how to cross the next bridge. You don't know how to get past this river. There's no bridge in front of you. There's no stepping stones, and you're going to have to be creative. But it's almost like you're so in this insular mode of disconnect that you're not going to be able to see. Look on this card, there's a bridge. Literally, if you walked a little bit down the road, you'd cross the bridge and you'd be at the other side. But because you're looking down, you're very insular in this mode and feeling the negative kind of connotation to these emotions, feeling like the sadness and like looking at loss perhaps, rather than the gains or what we could gain and what is around us. And again, I'm just going to remind you, just look at the simple things that are around us. We've got the 7 of Cups coming up for you, which is a card of illusions as well. So it's a card of opportunities. It's showing that there is so many opportunities around for you, and it's shown that any of these could be amazing, but all of them could have obstacles. And it's just a reminder that not everything is an up and not everything is a down. And every situation that's good is not just good. There's polarities in everything. So yes, a good decision might come along, or a good opportunity might come along for you. And I see lots of amazing opportunities coming along for you. It's not doubt whether they're there, but it's just like, don't think one thing is the only thing. It's like everything just works out exactly how it's meant to work out. And that's really what I'm getting for you today. I'm seeing 808 as well for you on this reading. And I was drawn to a number 8 in the cards earlier for you. So it's just showing that abundance, the karmic cycle is all coming for you. It's just having that patience and tapping into that master creation. The 8 is all about kind of as above, so below. So it's like, what work are you doing within to create this outer expression? Or on the contrary, what work are you not doing, or what thoughts are you processing that are then having this kind of mirroring effect on the outside? And it maybe is a negative effect that you're feeling right now, which is why we're getting a lot of this solemnness, stuck energy, because inside you're not actually doing the work. You're maybe I'm getting a lot of self-limiting beliefs, and I know this came up on another reading, but getting a lot of this negative self-talk. So it's I know it's hard to hold yourself with love sometimes, and I know that it's not easy to have that self-love and compassion, but what I would try and ask you to do is to hold yourself gently and have tenderness for yourself, and start to just ground yourself, and start with grounding meditations, and then you might start to feel the stability a little bit better in your life. Because if you're not grounded, all the energy points above, it's like a game of Jenga. They're gonna be all over the place, and if you the one at the bottom is pulled right to the side, the rest are gonna be wobbly. So if you start with the root chakra, start grounding to the earth's energy, then you're going to feel a lot more stabilized, and then you're going to be able to then step forward into these dreams. But don't put your dreams to a side, and get back into that whimsical feel of the dream state and not the fear of not achieving your dreams. I hope this comes with love for you and you receive this with lots of love, and I hope it resonated for you. Give us a DM if you want to work with me personally. We can do private readings, and I wish you so much love. Thank you for being here.